Welcome to Unfold Data Science, friends. My name is Aman and I am a data scientist. In this video, we will have a discussion and try to find out the answer of these three queries. Number one, what is one sample versus two sample test? Number two, when to use what kind of test? So out of these tests, t-test, CHAI, ANOVA, what kind of test to use when? And of course the significance of p-value in all these tests. After that, we will try to fill these boxes here. So what these boxes are about? So categorical versus categorical variable, what kind of test? Categorical versus continuous variable, what kind of test? So these boxes we will try to fill out with the help of a sample data. Let's talk about this data. So I have created a simple data here. I have a gender column, I have a marks column, and I have a subject column. Imagine this is a class data, a student's data. Okay, so we have gender, marks, and subject. Okay, to start with, what is one sample versus two sample test? Before even going into that, I want you to write me in comment, what do you mean by sampling actually? So tomorrow if somebody asks you in an interview, what is sampling? What would be your answer? Just write me in comment. Okay, I want to see what is your understanding of sampling. Moving ahead, let's say you have a one sample meaning we have three columns here, right? Let us consider we have to do some analysis on this particular column, gender column. So what kind of analysis can we do on this one column? I'm talking about one sample. Okay, means one column. So we can do a percentage distribution analysis. For example, if male is more or female is more. Similarly, we can do if we take example of a numerical column, we can say something like mean is above this or mean is below this. For example, I take a number 81 and I make a statement saying mean is above 81. That is my null hypothesis. My alternate hypothesis will be mean is not above 81. Those kind of analysis when you take into consideration only one sample. So previously we were considering only categorical column, now we are considering only numerical column. These kind of analysis or test is known as one sample test. Now talking of categorical and numerical, if some of you are having little doubt on what are categorical and continuous variable, continuous variables are all the variables in your data that can be counted or measured. I am repeating it again. Continuous variables are the variables in your data that can be counted or measured. For example, what is your height, what is your weight, how many students were present in the class, these kind of variables. On the other hand, categorical variables are the variables which cannot be counted or measured. They can have specific values. For example, gender, city, color, these kind of things in your data. Okay, so any type of test that you do on one sample is known as one sample test. The examples which we took, mean is above a number or below a number, that can be done using something known as t-test. Okay, one sample t-test I am talking about here. Here I was talking about the proportion. This can be done about one sample proportion test, using one sample proportion test. These things are known as one sample test. But in data analytics, we do not limit ourselves to one sample only. Many a times we need to do different columns analysis, right? So we need to see how a column is dependent on other column, or we need to do some hypothesis validation on how the columns are interdependent. Let us take the example one by one of something known as two sample. Two sample means two variables you are taking, for example. Now what happens if out of those two variables both are continuous in nature? Both are continuous. Okay, so this is simplest one. All of you know something known as correlation. Correlation is a measure of strength between two continuous variable. Okay, so continuous to continuous we can write here CORR, correlation. Okay, this is also commonly known as Pearson correlation. The range of this number is between -1 to +1. More it is towards -1 or +1 the magnitude wise, the higher the correlation. Okay, this is about two continuous variable. Now comes what is the use of a t-test. So we spoke about one sample t-test when we try to test if the mean is below a number or mean is above a number. Now let us consider a two sample t-test using t. How we do that is, let us say there are males and females both in this class, right? I make a statement like male's average marks is higher than female's average mark. Just a null hypothesis. I was discussing about null hypothesis in my last video. Just a null hypothesis, male's average marks is above female's average marks. Now we need to validate this hypothesis using this data. And what test we will use? When there is one categorical variable and one continuous variable, and you have just two classes in your categorical variable. This is very important, guys. If you have just two classes in your categorical variable and you have one continuous variable and you need to compare that, then we go for something known as t-test. So categorical continuous two sample t-test, not one sample, two sample t-test. But there will be cases when the number of categories in this will increase. So two sample t-test is applicable only when you have two categories. What if there is a third category? In that case, you go something known as ANOVA. Okay. There might be cases where you need to see the correlation, or you need to see the association between two categorical variables. For example, one categorical variable is gender, other categorical variable is subject. Can I make a statement like all the subject distribution, I mean to say the count of male in subject A, count of female in subject B, count of male in subject A, are all these numbers same, which means the distribution is equal or distribution is unequal. So the null hypothesis here will be the distribution of gender and subject are equal. The alternate hypothesis will be it will not be equal, there is some impact of gender on the subject. You can make a generic assumption like there are less women in mathematics and more men in mathematics. To test that using data, when you have two categorical variables, you go for something known as chi-square. Okay, chi-square. Now chi-square is the base for many advanced testing techniques as well. I will discuss those in my upcoming videos, but chi-square is the basic technique when you have two categorical variable and you want to test your hypothesis that is there an impact of one category on other. Are males taking more of subject A or females are taking less of subject B, something like that. General assumption is all are taking in equal proportion. That is about chi-square test. So ANOVA and t-test you understood the difference, chi-square you understood the difference. Now what is this box? This box is about continuous to categorical. Okay, so there is one continuous column, for example marks, and there is another subject. So all of us know that when your target is a categorical variable, think it from model building point of view. When your target is a categorical variable, your independent is a continuous variable, you can do something known as logistic regression, right? Logistic regression. This is also a measure of association between this variable and this variable. Here also you will get a p-value and you can say if this variable is impacting this variable, right? So this is how, using these different techniques, you can assess the impact of one variable on another. Now all these cannot be compared with one another. All these cannot be compared with one another. Correlation ranges in the range of -1 to +1. Chi-square does not range. Chi-square will give you p-value. But how do you compare on a similar scale all these things is using something known as p-value. So in all these tests except correlation, in all these tests you will get a p-value, and I was explaining in my last video using p-value how do you reject the null hypothesis and how do you accept the alternate hypothesis. You run a test on the data and you take the decision accordingly. In my next video, I will show you using the data, using these tests, how do you do these tests and how do you make a statement of either rejecting or accepting your null hypothesis. I am sure you would have understood all these concepts, where to use what. This table is really important, and then you should understand what is one sample, what is one sample and two sample, and when to use what kind of test. There are more tests, but these are the basic ones. In my next video, I will show you how to do these things in Python. Write me in comment what doubts you have. I will see you all in the next video. Till then, stay safe and take care.